So I've decided to expand on some of the smaller power tools and such. We'll just start off here in this case here. That's my first dovetail jig. Pretty basic, but works really well. Very easy. Here we've got my Bosch jigsaw, and its claim to fame is it can chew through 2x4s and such, because the blade doesn't just go up and down, it will go up in that motion. So it's there isn't any pressure on the downstroke, but there's better pressure on the upstroke. Really quite like that saw. Anyways, Sawzall, pretty self-explanatory. There's my the Fane oscillating tool. That is, I believe, the last power tool that I've purchased. Wasn't that long ago. Lee dovetail jig with adjustable pins and tails on there. And this here is just a the jig itself is mounted on this piece of wood here, so it can be clamped in the vise, and then you can use it outboard where there's lots of room. Next on the agenda is Bostitch brad nailer, an old-time friend. Rockwell router, yeah, it's old, but they just don't break. And as many other routers as I've had and still have, this one still gets a good amount of use. This palm router, I believe I've mentioned already, with the offset attachment on there, angle attachment there, and your basic base there. Really quite like, just love that tool. Next is a 4.5-inch Hitachi angle grinder, and an air tool here, angle grinder air tool ported cable. Up on the saw here, we've got some Lee. This is the D4R dovetail jig. It's an incredible jig. There's all the bits and pieces there. There's the VRS, which is the vacuum attachment, is an accessory for it, which I feel is mandatory just to suck all the dust and debris out as you're routing. There's all the bits and pieces to put it all together. Up top here is a complete set of bits for the D4R, and you can see that most of them are still covered in the protective plastic, have never been used. And that comes in just a lovely little box here. This here and the matching one up there, these are mounts, wall mounts. So there's a sliding dovetail here. I'm not sure if I can do this because I need a third hand. This here slides in, okay? So you want to leave that out, then screw to the wall this mount, slide that dovetail back in so you can't see the screw holes, God forbid, and then that would, the jig would slide into there. Okay, and up top there's the same thing. So you'd slide it up into the top first because the rabbited out section is deeper there. Slide that in, then down into the bottom, and there's your tool sitting on the wall, safe from, well, it's out of the way and takes up very little space that way. Anyways, here's the jet wet grinder. There's a 2-inch wide by 10-inch wheel here and a leather strobe on this side. It's an adjustable speed unit. Tombeck, I believe, is just a 1-speed. There's also, it's a little larger base. It has an accessory base as well, with a couple of drawers under it. Put all your accessories for the tool in there. And this is just a sport extension arm. There's some other accessories inside, but whatever, you get the idea. Here's the Super Dado set with all the, I'm not sure if we can see inside there. Yeah, you can see some of them. This is the whole set here. Everything that you're ever going to want to route out. I just want to say, I quite honestly forget the dimensions that it will cut to. But there's a really good assortment of blades in there to cut out varying widths. I better stop here now or I won't be able to YouTube this. I'll continue in a second.